You are looking live at Rock Ice Arena in Dunellen, New Jersey, where the Rockets, 19U girls, are getting set to take on the Junior Flyers. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo. Second half of the Rockets girls doubleheader today. The 16Us met the Princeton Tiger Lilies in the earlier game. And similarly clad are the Junior Flyers. The Rockets wearing their home grays with black numbers and white trim, black pants, mostly gray socks with black stripes. The Junior Flyers clad in what you're used to seeing often the Philadelphia Flyers wear. Black jerseys that say JR Flyers diagonally across the front crest. They have orange numerals and some white trim with orange trim, black pants, black socks with orange and white trim there as they gather round. The Rockets gather round Ariella Smarkland, who will be in net today. Emma is dressed, but she'll be backing up Ariella. Emma was in nets for Saturday's 2-1 defeat on the road. And Ariella is expected to be in there today on a Sunday, November 7th. Rockets with the 1-2-3 Rockets over there as I get help from a gentleman with the visiting contingent. Help us steer clear. I have a counterpart for the Junior Flyers today doing the same thing I'm doing. We'll get a look. So this game's streaming in numerous places. There's Ariella occupying the net to our right. Amanda will take the opening face-off. She's got Lily on her right and Tootie on her left. So Tootie moving up to forward for this game. Larissa on right D, Rachel on left. 17 minutes on the clock. And we have liftoff from Rock Ice. Flyers win the face-off and they'll move it through the neutral zone. Amanda over there to try to cut it off. One of the Flyers goes down, but seems to be okay. They battle for it on the near side at the boards. Flyers moving it around. They'll try to cycle it low. Moved up and out. That's not going to be icing, and it might actually go on net. The Flyers actually moved that one out themselves. Lily battling for it, forces the pass to the far side. Amanda gets it to Rachel. Rachel sends it toward the net, kicked away by 95. Flyers will take it behind the net. Goalie stops it, and they move it around and get it out through the Flyers. Rachel grabs it at neutral ice, sends it forward for Riz, who's now on. Riz battling to get it in the offensive zone with Sullivan. Sullivan wins that back. Oh, the stick got caught in Riz's legs. No harm, no foul. Riz gets up behind the play, seems to be okay. Sent through, picked off by Izzy. Looks like Peyton Izzy Rizzo out there for the Rockets. So that's something that we've seen in the past, and they're starting it out right from the get-go in this one. Flyers send it down low. That's 4 with it. Centers it in front, knocked away. Riz gets away with a trip in the slot there. Didn't do it hard as Ariella covers what looks to be the first shot of the game, and it's by the Flyers. Face off to Ariella's right as the ref reconnects the net and its moorings. Ariella hands off the puck. Amanda in the center circle. Wins the face-off up to Tootie. Tootie will skate it up through and get it out of the zone as the Flyers clear. That actually went in offside, but they allow it. Rockets try to steer the puck forward. That's Aaron, gets it picked off, but Amanda comes down to help out. Amanda says that went through, takes a bit of a hit, but not a check, so clean play there. Georgie banks it off the boards, but can't get it out. Flyers keep it in. Aaron behind the net, loses possession for a moment. Looks like there's something down there, maybe a mouthpiece. You doubtfully would be able to make it out on video. Ari Ellis is going to cover this puck trickling, and one of the Flyers goes and grabs it behind the net. I don't know if it was a mouthpiece or just a piece of equipment or something like that, but that's cleared off. Peyton Izzy Rizzo out there. Larissa will guard the far boards, and the two wings line up in the middle. Rockets win the faceoff. It comes to the near side boards. Riz gets it. Battled for there. It's sent in. Rachel gets it. Banks it up the boards. Riz trying to get it out. Gets it through the point and sends it in onside. Izzy the first to pursue. Izzy with Riz. They'll force the skate behind the net as Izzy's the first forward there. PJ in. That comes to Larissa, so she'll send it low. Riz is behind the net. She tries to chip it, but can't get possession right off the bat, and the Flyers will skate it out. 7 moving it through. She'll skate it through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. Sends a shot that Ari Ellis gets the left shoulder on and shrugs away. Near side sent, and Ari Ellis had to stop that one with the face mask and cup her glove underneath to prevent a rebound from hitting the ice. So very good save by Ari Ellis. Head-hunting type shot from the point there by the Flyers. A well-respected organization that's usually at the top of any league standings that they're in, and this looks like no exception today for the team in black. The Rockets have come out with alacrity today as Lily Rose Smith is in pursuit. She's back in the lineup after a game on the sidelines. Good to see her back in there. Rose Smith tries to steer it up the far boards, can't get it through. It comes between the points. Wrist shot. Ari Ellis gets it with the logo on her chest and is able to control the rebound at least. Lily picks off that pass in the middle, but a Flyer is there to pick it up. Flyers come in. Another shot that hit a Rocket stick and fluttered at Ari Ellis, and she's able to make that save. So 13:24 left first period. And the Flyers have the first 6 shots, but the Rockets have come out with better legs than they had on Saturday, that's for sure. PJ wins the faceoff, chips it up the boards. Izzy and Riz, 2-on-1. Izzy chipped it forward. Oh boy. I don't know if she realized that she had Riz wide open for the pass. So they give up possession, and they would have had a grand scoring chance right there, but sometimes that's what happens when you're against an opponent that could really move. The 2 most valuable things in hockey are time and space, and they're well earned when you get either of them. And when you often don't have them, you're a little rushed. Izzy trying to get this one out, can't do it, and this is Larissa that has to retreat. Larissa will pin it against the board. She's 1-on-2. Amanda coming in late, or that's PJ rather. PJ and Amanda battling along the boards, 2-on-2 battle. Flyers are going to win it. Move it at the back of the net. They center it in front, but it just eludes one of the sticks. Riz gets that out. 1 to beat, and the puck just took a little bit of a hop, and she couldn't catch up to it. So Riz almost getting into open ice a couple of times as Izzy flies off. Riz is going to try to change as well. She can't play that puck if it comes to her, otherwise it would have been too many. Larissa and Rachel gang up on one side, and Tootie gets it on the near side, playing on the wing today. We see Hanson mostly on D, but she's an absolute sniper, and she gets it in. Oh, it's picked off as she tried to get it in. She's an absolute sniper, and she doesn't need much of that time and space to release her shot, which probably is the best on the team, number 9. Flyers skated in. There's a shot that's adjusted a little bit by Kirsty's stick. She got a lot of juice on it, but Ari Ellis saw it all the way, caught it. Whistling a stoppage of play, 11:33 left first period. Flyers with the first 7 shots of the game. From Dunellen, New Jersey, Rock Ice. properly frigid rock ice. Georgie comes out to battle the point after the Flyers win the faceoff. Sent in front. Backhand one-timer goes just wide. Rockets had it guarded well, but not quite well enough. Send down in front, left pad saved by Ariellis. Flyers pick it up, sending players in front. Rockets guarding the house well. Between the points, wrist shot. Ariellis stick save, far corner. Aaron gets over there. Can she win it? Using the body and the stick. Now gets Georgie there. Flyers will get it sent back in, and 17 will come all the way off for a change. Flyers do the magic, which is they make a change while they have possession in the offensive zone entirely and never have to give it up. So they'll change, both sides will, pretty freely. Peyton Izzy Rizzo out there. Jacobus on the face-off. Rads on the half boards on the far side. Comes out, Riz adjusts the shot a little bit, but Sullivan still got plenty on it. Sent through the middle, and PJ was sending it to Riz, but a little too strong. No icing. Not sure why he called it off right away, but that's to the Rockets' benefit. So they get the benefit of a non-call there. It should have been icing. Flyers will move it forward. Rachel disrupts that. Lee moves it toward Rizzo. It gets into the offensive zone, but that's because the Flyers are taking it back there and moving it in and breaking out. PJ with the push, and she'll win possession of the puck from that. A push is different from a check. If the player has the puck and you don't close the gap to make contact, you're allowed to push, shove. You can't do it with a stick in a cross-checking manner, but you can do it with your hands for sure, and even your body, your forearms. And that's a good, clean play by Jacobus, 21. Rads to Lee, off the boards and up for Riz. Riz gets it in the skates and will gain the offensive zone. Tries to get by one. Let's see if she could do it. Gets by one for a moment, but there's 3 Flyers there. Amanda comes late. Riz is at the way end of her shift. She's got to get off. She's out there with what have been her line mates for most of the season, Lily and Amanda. She jumps off and Tootie jumps on. Kirsty and Aaron are the defense pair. The Rockets have 2 pair today. They are Aaron Bruno, 16, Kirsty Kamakar, 19, out there together, and Larissa Radoszewski, 29, and Rachel Lee, number 5. Collision at mid-ice. Lily was there. She's okay, and so is the Flyer player that collided with her. It comes to Lily on the far side, and she's trying to get it out, but there's 3 Flyers there and 1 of her, so the Flyers send it back in over the line. Aaron pursues it, gets a little room, banks it for Lily, but it's at an awkward angle, and she could only get the right skate on it and not the stick. Flyers will cycle it high, and 20 will get it and go back to the point, but Tootie's there and sends it out. Lily, the pursuant forward, trying to pick it off. Flyers move it through neutral ice and send it in onside. Kirsty there to greet the dump. She goes to the near side boards for Tootie, but not strong enough. Flyers in really perfect position. Sends it up the far side boards. Lily's there trying to chip it out. Just got on some snow. Wrist shot goes through one and hit Kirsty's skate and nearly redirected toward the net, but wide. Amanda guarding the front of the net. Aaron guarding the back door. Aaron comes out and gets the stick on it at the back door. Whistle and a stoppage of play. Looked like the net was knocked off of its moorings right there, and that was off of a collision. So no penalty there. Bruno with a good play, used the body and used her length. She's one of the taller players out there. And the one thing you're going to see from her is effort from the drop of the puck until the final whistle. Aaron Bruno. A-E-R-I-N. That one comes out of the zone, and she knew it right away on the curl. So that's a good play by Izzy, forcing the offside. That moves the face-off out of the attacking zone for the Flyers to the benefit of the Rockets. PJ on the face-off, can't win it, but it's sent in, and the Rockets will move it out. Banked off the boards by Rachel. Riz underneath us will send it in, and PJ almost picked one off in front, and Izzy was there too. Peyton Izzy Rizzo is the Rocket line that they've looked for at times, been put together to generate some offense and get some goals. They're looking to break out on top when those 3 are there, and they're flying around. Shot goes wide and comes around to the near side. Riz gets to it first, but gets a little traffic with her. Pop up, and Arielis just didn't see that one clearly. It eluded her, but fortunately went wide. Izzy's got it, sends it into Riz. Riz trying to get by the D, curls up, looks for Izzy, finds her late. Izzy sends it in, but PJ peeled off the change, and Amanda is the center out there now. Reversed, Riz is going to pick it off. Can she get it? She can't gain possession, just lost it in her skates. The part of the ice where she lost it is where the Zamboni enters the ice, and if you're familiar with rock ice, you know that players often have trouble in that corner, regardless of what their jersey looks like. 6:48 now left in the first of a scoreless game. It's been possession toward the Flyers, and the shots are all theirs, all 9 of them. But the Rockets they had one golden scoring chance where Izzy and Riz broke in on a 2-on-1, but I don't know that Izzy saw Riz and she just dumped the puck forward. Wrist shot goes at Arielis. She stops it and then covers up the rebound. 10-0 shots in favor of the Flyers. And a similar pattern happened to the Rockets in Saturday's game, and lo and behold, they broke out to a 1-0 lead on their first or second shot. So they're looking to gain a little offensive possession here as Amanda fights for it. Aaron in front, knocks the player away, still shooting for it, sent at the net. Arielis gets the blocker on it at ice level and then covers it up. Good battles in front. Bruno holding her own here. Peyton Izzy Rizzo out there to take the face-off. PJ in the circle with her wings up the middle. Wins it. Now looking to steer it up to Riz, who covers up the point. It comes between the points. Izzy's going to get a foot race to the far boards for it. Izzy's able to turn the corner. Izzy looking, shoots. One save, Rizzo just missed the rebound and popped over her stick. Rads between the points. That's the Rockets' first shot. The first 11 went to the Flyers, who skated in 2-on-4. Drop pass for 62, looking for somebody, and they still maintain possession despite the numbers and send it behind the net. Larissa off the far boards, Izzy over there late. Larissa, Izzy, Izzy gets it but sends it right to the point. It comes to the middle of the slot and out. Riz will steer it out. Doesn't get the possession she'd like. It's sent at the net. Arielis stops that one, leaves it for Rachel. Rachel comes over to Rads on the far side. Rads gets a bump and will steer it out, and Riz uses the body to shield and at least get that puck out of the zone. Flyers turn it quickly and gain the offensive zone. PJ over there. Shot was blocked by Rads. Arielis was going to cover it up for a moment, and Rads was a little confused with her maybe. It comes out to the right point, now between the point, top of the slot, marching down through the slot, backhand, one save, goes behind the net. Flyers still with it, looking to feed somebody in the slot. They do. PJ knocks it away. Riz there, gets the stick lifted before the puck is there. Got to watch the hook or the interference right there. The referees have called that type of interference frequently. Stretch pass up the right side, but Tootie was there covering up in a defensive posture to prevent it from being a break as the Rockets changed cleanly behind the play. Up to Lily's side, uses the body to let it go out. It's no icing. It's not going to have enough juice to get down there, but it was waved off from the beginning. Flyers in their own zone looking to get it out. Rockets looking to keep it in. Aaron steps in nicely and keeps it in with the feet, but only for a moment. Murdo breaks in for the Flyers, 2-on-1, centered, wrist shot. Arielis, one save, rebounds there, swept away! Werner saved a goal. 23 swept it off of the line. By all rights, the game should be 1-0, except for Amanda Werner's stick sweeping a puck off the line as it was about to be poked in. 3:33 left, first period of a scoreless game. Wrist shot goes off of Tootie's right leg in the part just where the leg pads don't cover. She sends it in, skates to the bench gingerly. The often bruised 9, Hansen, leads the planet in blocked shots, usually from a defensive posture. Today playing wing, but still doing her defensive thing. Rachel gets it, pivots, Battle for the puck now will occur in the near corner. Cycled low if they turn it around. Do the Flyers. They cycle it now to the far side and back behind the end line. PJ there in the defensive posture of a center to pick it up. Skating for real estate, can't find it. Has to turn and go to the far wing where Izzy will try to chip it out in a 50-50 battle. Gets it up but not out. It's sent back in. Did he call offside there, or was it a call behind the play? It didn't look to be an offside, so I'm watching the referee, who was down low. He's going to call an interference. We'll see who it is on, and it is going to be on the Flyers. So if that happened in the offensive zone, they'll bring it all the way down to the other end, and the Rockets will go on their first power play as number 8 has been whistled for interference. Having difficulty getting into the box, and the referee is facing it off here, and inadvertently, because the player cannot get into the box. So the player having difficulty getting into the penalty box here, and that's what the delay is. The Flyers contingent, after a discussion with this referee down here to the left, have sent a parent to come in and man the box. She, for the moment, will be in the home penalty box, and maybe between periods or something, will have a chance to get that penalty box. And here's the gentleman that was just behind us, and he will skate over there to join Jen Lee. I don't know if there's no way to get in there. They're going to have to work on that maybe between periods or something. He'll jump behind the bench. And Super Mario Brothers a Herculean effort by one of the dads. And everybody has patriated the correct penalty box as a result. That's communication, folks. Rockets win the power play face-off, but Flyers come in to steal it. It's going to be a one-on-one at this point, but Kirsty picks it off her stick. Battled for low, trying to freeze the puck over there in the lacrosse-style handling of the puck. And they're going to freeze it, old school, the way we used to see in the NHL in the 70s, and give the whistle and the stoppage, but they will move it out of the zone because the Flyers player was the one freezing it. Flyers win the faceoff straight through, but Aaron knocks it away. Lily there, and she looks to send it forward where Georgie is. All the Rockets on one side of the ice here as they try to gain possession. They come in shorthanded. There was the bump, and that was just enough to knock the player off of her skates and not create a penalty and not allow possession. Rockets finally will pick it up. There's 1:14 left in a power play that's been mostly in favor of the Flyers here. Kirsty will skate it up and try to follow through. Can't get it. It's sent all the way down. This is icing. The back ref calls icing. The front ref says it's a tip. The tip actually occurred by a Flyer, but it was still behind the red line. So the icing miscalls are now even. It should have been an icing on the Flyers, and there should have been an icing on the Rockets earlier that they called not. So the ref's keeping it even to this point. Rachel keeps it in, nicely sent toward the net. Rizier rebound, can't get to it before it's covered by O'Brien. O'Brien, with her second save of the game, hasn't been too busy, but up to the task there. That was a bouncing puck. And Peyton Izzy Rizzo, the forward line here on the, there's no power play line. The Rockets just with one extra forward today. and 2 defense pairings. So they might have some different combinations at some point. Rockets trying to battle for it. 56 seconds left in the period, 15 in the power play as PJ forces the turn. Larissa gets it, sends it in. Riz is going to try to pick that one up. Riz just can't get the puck to stick on her blade. It's sent down off of a Rocket stick, this time the correct non-icing call. That's going to kill off the power play for the Rockets so they don't convert. And the Flyers with one chance here at the end of the period. 30 seconds, wrist shot, Harry Ellis, one save, rebound still there, makes a second save, a third with the left pad, still loose, trying to clear it out. PJ gets the stick on it. That's Amanda rather. Somebody's down a stick, it's a Flyer. She picks it up. Goes to the far corner. That's Rads trying to kill off the last 8 seconds here. Reverses it, there's a Flyer there. Lily's got to get there to snuff it out. Flyers still with a chance at the buzzer, knocked away by the skates. Referee holding up the arm. They're going to call an interference here at the buzzer. So it looks like Larissa's going to start the second period in the box. Sort of a questionable play. The puck was right on the stick. Shot 16-2 for the Flyers in the first period.
Oh my God, they're gonna put some nets in the back of the pucks in the back of the net.
Scoreless after 1, as Larissa will go to the box for interference. So the power plays will even up. The Rockets did not score on theirs. They had 2 shots to 16 for the Flyers in the first. O'Brien now patriates the goal to the right. Rockets still trying to sort out what's going on at the bench here and at the penalty box, as Coach Jeremy discusses with the referee on the far side. Referee blows the whistle. We get ready for the second period. 17 minutes on the clock, zeros on the scoreboard for both teams. Ariellis now occupies the goal to your left. 2 Rockets in the box, so not sure if this is an interference would be a 2 and 10, but this is 2 penalties here. It looks like some kind of bench minor, maybe too many men. Definitely an interference on Larissa, and Lily looks like she's serving a bench minor. So a full 2-man advantage for the Flyers for 2 minutes to begin the second period, and they move it out. That is Kirsty. She will negotiate that puck out just well enough. I forgot to tell you we had liftoff in the second. PJ with Kirsty and Rachel on the back line. Flyers moving around 5-on-3, plenty of ice there. Can't connect with the pass. 1:18 left in the 2-man advantage. They try to center it, but Rachel's there to disrupt it. PJ will come high, trying to prevent a pass or even get a steal. Flyers move it around nicely. Wrist shot in front. After 1 save, the rebound sticked aside by Kirsty. Down to a minute left in the 2-man advantage. Sullivan pinches down. Wrist shot blocked by Kirsty. Kirsty has a 1-on-1. Kirsty trying to get a break. 3-on-5, and she'll dump it down. The Rockets are able to change their forward out there. Kamerkar pursuing by herself. 43, 42, 40. Riz now out there. Riz will chip it forward. And the Rockets keeping possession here. Riz keeping it in, using the body. 2-on-3, just barely out of your picture. 26 now. These Riz, Kamerkar doing an incredible job keeping the puck. Riz gets possession. Oh, she tried to dump it but sent it to a flyer. 17, they skate in 2-on-1. Centered, off the skate. Centered again, but Rachel blocks it with the skate. 8 seconds, 7, 6, Flyers moving it around. This is a 5-on-3 for the full 2 minutes. Amanda knocks it away. Amanda gets it out of the zone. That's gonna kill the entirety of the 2-man advantage. The Rockets doing the rope-a-dope. They've kept this game scoreless against all odds. Full and even stretch. The Flyers had tremendous movement on the 5-on-3. They send it at the net. Ariella steers it wide. It was not going on net. The Flyers had tremendous movement, great spacing on the power play. One save officially, maybe two for one save officially for Ariellis on the 5-on-3, and the Rockets just got sticks. There's a one-timer that goes wide to the chagrin of the Flyers faithful. Riz trying to get that one away. That one towed the line perfectly. Deftly, surgically, Flyers keep it in. Wrist shot, stick save Ariellis. Aaron dumped in front, gets up, comes to the point, wrist shot, curveball. In front, little bumping afterward there. And this is a good, hard, well-played game between the Rockets and the Junior Flyers. Why would you be watching NFL football right now on a Sunday afternoon in November when you can watch these two 19 UAA teams battle it? PJ wins the face-off. She is now with Izzy and Tootie as Riz had to kill off the 5-on-3. So they changed lines for a moment, and we'll see how Tootie could do with Izzy and PJ. Flyers move it up and not out through into the offensive zone. Aaron steps up. She's got plenty of backup. Izzy back checking, PJ back checking, Tootie back checking, gets a piece of it, and somebody gets a piece of her. She gets up, seems to be okay. Took a shot above the knee pad earlier. Tootie blocks another one. That one's shot, and Ariellis gets a piece of it with the glove. It goes wide on the rebound. Centered. That'll go through after PJ blocks it. Kirsty's going to skate it out. Nearly made magic on the 3-on-5. Dumps it and gets off. Period of the long change. 13 minutes now left in the second period of a scoreless game. The Rockets have been outshot 20-2. But they are in this game because they've killed a 3-on-5 for the first 2 minutes completely of this second period. They are also scoreless because Amanda Werner swept a puck off of the goal line in the first period with a wide open net after her goalie made a wonderful save initially. Wrist shot with a lot of juice, and Ariellis gets the stick shaft on it, and it deflects into the netting over the end glass. The time left in the second, a nice and easy 1, 2, 3, 4. 12:34 left in the second period of a scoreless game. Face off to Ariellis' right is won by the Rockets. They move it around, but not hard enough to get to the wing spot where Riz is. Sent through the top of the slot, top of the crease, bottom of the slot. Georgie pushes this one out. She's with Riz and Amanda. Riz and Amanda over there. Riz is going to maybe get to a loose puck. Can't do it. 1-on-3. Flyers will skate it up, turning the corner. That's Oxman. Sent in offside. And that's the automatic offside that we ought to be used to at this point with 2 months of games in the books. They've changed the rules for this year and for the 5 years of this time period where they made the change. Flyers pushed the face-off forward into the offensive zone as some of the 16U Rockets cheer as they're walking by our perch. This is going to be a whistle and a stoppage. There's an interference call being called here, and it was when the Flyers touched the puck, so we'll see if it was the player that was right at the side of the net as Georgie was trying to move into that space and she stepped into her. So the Rockets will have a power play. Because of the offensive zone infraction, it is going to move the face-off down to the goaltender O'Brien's left. And it will be Amanda at center with Georgie on the right wing, Riz on the left, Aaron at the left point, and Kirsty on the right. 11:53, second period. Kirsty off the face-off win from Amanda. Kicked away, wrist shot again, bounces loose in front, but she covered it up with the pads, did O'Brien, before any further damage. Rockets with a quick shot on the power play. So that was 8 seconds that elapsed, and they changed fully and completely. Tootie now the left wing, PJ on the face-off, Izzy on the right wing. Flyers win it. Rads on the right point can't keep it in. It goes down, and no icing because it was right over Rads' stick. Arielis could have played it, but I don't think she realized the icing was waved off. Rachel's the other D. PJ's going to have it. Bank it up the boards. This will be Izzy chasing it down. Izzy looking, can't stop it. Nice long pass, and they use 2 long passes to get the puck down and complete a partial change to the Flyers, who have 80 seconds to kill on the Rocket penalty. Picked off by the player coming off the bench, dumped to the corner, was looking more to pass it. They'll just try to freeze it over there. At some point, a referee is going to call a delay of game if a player does that. If you back off the player and not let them do that. Wrist shot hit the crossbar! Short-handed. That one sent down. It's not icing, it was tipped. Tootie's going to be the first there. She'll pursue her player, use the body, try to center it. Izzy's there, can't get a hold of it. Izzy gets it, shoots it. One save and covered up. Izzy had Tootie on the opposite side. And if she was able to take a look over there, she probably would have elected the pass instead of the shot. Tootie was not even at the back door. She was just alone in front. 10:35 left in a scoreless second period. 40 seconds in the power play. Amanda wins the face-off. Riz sends it to the point. Aaron flicks it at the goal. It bounces, and O'Brien covers it up. So the Rockets have 3 shots, I think, already on this power play after having 2 for the balance of the game leading into that sequence. One again toward Riz. She can't go to the point. Aaron keeps it in. This might be a break. Kirsty's getting back. Aaron hustling. Kirsty knocks it away with the skate and picks up possession, banks it off the near side boards. Amanda banks it up for Riz. Riz has somebody to beat. It's going to be an icing, though, as it was just sent a little too much with the mustard. 17 seconds left on the penalty to number 17 in black on the Junior Flyers. So the Rockets will be hard-pressed to gain an offensive advantage on the remainder of their power play. Amanda actually purposefully wins that face-off, and it goes to the point. She was trying to win it all the way out of the zone, it looked like, and maybe send Riz or somebody else on a break. Flyers move it through the Rockets' offensive zone. Wrist shot whistled wide. Lily trying to negotiate it up the boards. That kills off the penalty, and thanks to the dad, who moved with the dexterity of a lizard, and this will be an icing if it gets over the line. Thanks to the dad that at the commencement of that penalty came all the way from just next to me and got all the way down on the ice and jumped over the boards and the glass to get into the penalty box. He was able to let the Flyers player into the box and let her out in good time. He also gets an ice view of the game. Flyers win the face-off and they move it high then low. They're in the corner and they send it around. Rachel banks it off the boards for Tootie. Tootie shields with the body. It goes back down to Rachel, who bangs it out. That's a loose puck up for grabs. Izzy 1-on-3 will be the pursuing forward. They reverse it. Tootie steps in to try to keep it in, but helps get possession for the Rockets as Izzy will get it in. Izzy up the right side, wrist shot, confused a little bit. Did the goaltender get, maybe handcuffed is the better word. She lifted high the blocker to knock it down and was able to cover it up before a rebound could be poked. 9:06 in the second period, nearly at the midway point from rock ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, on a beautiful fall afternoon. Comes to the slot. PJ tried to pull the trigger off the pass from Rads, just couldn't get it through. Comes to the point. Rachel has to keep it along the boards because the passing lane was nullified. PJ knocks it away. They try to shovel it back up the boards. They get it through into neutral ice, and it's going to be chased down. 5 Rockets will clear the blue line before the second Flyer gets there. That's good back checking. Nonetheless, the Flyers maintain possession for a moment. They can't do it so effectively yet. Rockets still trying to get the puck out of the zone, so this is a good shift so far for the Flyers. They've dangled with it. Good job by Rads to play the player instead of the puck right there. She gave up on the puck, but made sure that the player couldn't get it. And there's going to be another penalty right here. It's going to be a roughing. I don't know if they're calling it both ways or one way. Rads going into the box for the Rockets and 20 going into the box for the Flyers. So they ought to be playing 5-on-5 rather than 4-on-4, and that's what's going to be the case. So 8:13 left, second period of a scoreless battle. 22-6 the shots for the junior Flyers, clad all in black with orange as the Philadelphia Flyer brethren. Rockets in the home gray jerseys, black trim, black numbers, and also white trim, I should say. So 8:13 is the mark of the penalties. So the first whistle after 6:13 is when the offending players will be eligible to play again. There's no change in manpower for either side. Flyers cycling it down low, and the Rockets will go down with a little help from Amanda to try to move them out of scoring position. Played with it below the end line still. Puck battles going the Flyers' way here. Centered, can't find a stick either way, and it goes all the way through to the far corner. Riz falls down, not off a hit. Goes along the far boards, now behind the end line. That's Sullivan 95. Sends it to the middle, out in front. Arielis with one save. Rebound, they score. So with 7:21 left in the second period, we're more than halfway through on their 23rd shot, maybe their 24th. The Flyers have gotten the first goal of a very, very tight game. PJ out on the faceoff. Izzy on the right wing, Tootie on the left. Rockets with 7 forwards today. 4 defense. PJ sent that over for Rachel. Rachel steers it up toward Tootie's side. Izzy's there. Izzy's going to force her player to curl. Flyers try to bring it out. PJ knocked it down but couldn't get possession. Tootie tries to pick that one off. Izzy knocks it down with the glove, so either she or a Flyer have to touch it first, otherwise it's a hand pass in the offensive zone. Rachel battling there, trying to prevent the player from breaking in. 1-on-3, they're going to call that a hit, and the Rockets are going to be penalized again. The player is down, and they're going to call that a roughing. Looked like a clean play. PJ got in, she ducked under. She's not a dirty player right there. 1-on-3, she skated into traffic. Player seems to be okay. And they call PJ with the roughing. So the Rockets, 2 of their common and best penalty killers are in the box. Radishevsky's in there until the first whistle after 6 more seconds of play. Jacobus is in there for 2 minutes as long as the Rockets keep the Flyers off the board. They've been able to do that for all but 1 shot of the game. Flyers on the power play with a 1-0 lead. They win the face-off, move it around between the points. Looking between the points as the left point goes low. Wrist shot through traffic. Ariellis gets the save off the deflection by Oxman. Got it in the slot. Izzy gets that, and she'll just take the icing. Whistle and a stoppage. They've killed off 17 seconds. Coach Rad's perhaps reminding her that icing is in effect in all situations, including the 3-on-5 that the Rockets killed off to start the first 2 minutes of this period. Won the face-off in a wrist shot that's deflected. Flyers moving it around on the power play. Wrist shot, hits traffic, loose in front, Ariellis covers it, and no rebound. Not sure if there was a shot involved there or if it was just a loose puck that Markland was able to dive onto. Larissa is out of the box, as is her offending counterpart for the roughing. It doesn't change the manpower situation. Rachel will jump off in favor of Amanda. Tootie now comes out, and the 4 out there are, looks like, Aaron and Kirsty with Amanda and Izzy. Flyers win the face-off and they move it to the far point. Left point to right point. They have somebody in front. Wrist shot. Ariellis gets the save with the right hand. The right arm. Flyers moving it around on the power play here. Hard shot. Headhunter goes too high. 111 in the power play for the Junior Flyers. Goes behind the net. Rads is there. She's going to negotiate it up the far boards, but Izzy can't get there. Flyers move it between points. Slapper. Ariella sees it, stops it with the Rockets logo across her jersey, and leaves no rebound. Flyers are changing all 5. The Rockets are changing at least 1, maybe 2. So Riz jumps out there with Amanda at the forwards. Rads and Rachel on the back line to kill off the last 57. Amanda wins it to Riz, and Riz is going to skate it out. She's looking to gain the center line. She can't do it, but she dumps it gingerly so as to avert the icing. Riz in pursuit will smoke out the Flyer from behind the net. Riz is going to grab it for a moment off the overskate, and the Flyers will now gain possession and march into the Rocket zone with 34 seconds left in the power play and 5:09 in the second period, holding a 1-0 lead over the Rockets. Moore, left point, goes to the left half boards. Wrist shot. Ariellis, first save, loose in front, blows the whistle. The ref on the far side blew the whistle and is saying that this faceoff comes out of the zone unless he's also calling a penalty. So there was something that happened over there. Maybe unintentional goaltender interference, which would have prevented a goal. Probably unintentional goaltender interference, as looks like what the call was. So not a penalty, just would have nullified a scoring chance and led to the whistle, despite a puck that was not frozen. 9 seconds left. Riz gets it. She's got to skate this one down. She's not going to be able to get there, but it's going to kill off the penalty. She does get there. Jams on the brakes. She was trying to find Amanda in the middle. Loose puck again. Can Riz get to it? The Rockets have killed off another penalty. They're 3 for 3 on the kill. Wrist shot. Bounced in front of Ariellis, and she knocked it down. Comes down for Rachel as the Flyers change. Comes up toward Riz. She just can't get it. She's so close to getting a chance. And often these Rockets forwards don't need many chances. They have converted many games this season on goals without getting a lot of shots. Comes between the points, now to the left side. Sullivan wrist shot. Headhunter goes all the way to the far side. Kept in. Goes down to Rachel. She's looking to move it up, can't get it out. Amanda was there, but she sent it past her. Comes to the point. Slapper. Ariellis with the right pad save. 3:45. second period. Loose in front, Rachel clears it away after the chest save by Arielis. Right point, they move it to the left point. Sullivan, top of the circle, wrist shot, tried to deflect it. Might have been with a high stick. I don't know if she got to the puck or not, did the Flyer player. Rockets are going to need a change here. They've been battling in their own end for the better part of a minute. Comes to the near side. Sullivan keeps it in, sends it at the net. Amanda's got to grab it. She'll skate it back behind her net. Go hard to the near side. Riz can't get there. Sullivan does. She wins it with the feet. But Rads to Riz. Riz can't get it out with the chip. Flyers move it between the points. Under 3 minutes. Slapper goes wide. Rockets would take an icing here at this point. Anything to get it out. PJ managed to get on for a change. She's fresh legs. It comes into the offensive zone. Whistle. The stoppage of play. There's the hook. It happened just underneath us. So Rockets are going to go on the power play. 2:46. It's going to be Sullivan 95. I didn't see it. It looks like it happened just below my perch. And boy, this nonstop action of a well-played, highly entertaining game between these two will feature the Rockets on a power play. Tootie's going to take the face-off. She's got Izzy on the right, Lily on the left. Aaron will be the left point, and Kirsty on the right. Flyers get 13 off late. Rockets win the faceoff. Izzy sends it to Aaron between the points. Aaron tries to chip it low. It's knocked away and goes to Kirsty. Kirsty sends it at the net, but it's wide. Lily down there trying to be the first to retrieve it. Gets a little help from Izzy. He goes in front! Oh, it just skipped under Tootie's stick in front. Tootie will gather that one and try to move it in as Lily got onside. She'll move it in, but the junior Flyers will move it out. Lily's got to get back on side. Tootie waits for it and hits Lily, literally hits Lily with a pass. Lily nutmegs one and sends it in. Izzy trying to gain possession, saw that the pass was happening, couldn't stop it. It goes to Kirsty at the right point, trying to keep it in, can't do it. Aaron's the safety, and boy, she saved at least a breakaway and possibly a 2-on-0 shorthanded. Bruno back to retrieve it. She comes up the right wing, looks for Izzy, but can't get it all the way through. A minute left in the Rockets' power play. 1:40 left. 100 seconds in the second period. The Rockets are trying to eliminate a 1-0 deficit in a hard-fought game where they've been outshot 30-6. They are right in this game. Flyers will move it in 2-on-2. Rads is there. She goes right through the deep backhander score. A difficult turn of events for the Rockets as one Flyers player is able to break out from her own zone shorthanded, split two of the defenders, and find a nifty backhand into the top left side of Arielis' net, just above the glove. So the Rockets with a power play. 29 seconds left in the power play, 1:15 in the second period. They have a 2-goal deficit to work on. Flyers win the faceoff and they bring it in to their own zone. The Rockets will gain possession for a moment and then lose it. PJ with Georgie and Riz. Rachel and Rads on D. Riz is going to find a little open spot. She doesn't really have numbers. Gets over the line. Wrist shot off the left shoulder and knocked away. There was a rebound shortly. Riz didn't have anybody with her, so she decided to shoot it. Rachel keeps it in. Down to Riz, curls off the boards, leaves it for PJ. Wrist shot, it hit Georgie. Comes down to Rachel, 33 seconds, full and even strength for both teams. Goes low to Riz, back up to Rachel, who sends it back low, but can't get it all the way low to Riz. Flyers move it out, they bank it off. If it goes too strong, it's going to be icing, but it won't. Rad's back there, reverses it near side. Flyers pick it off. Wrist shot, bouncer, left pad save, rebound loose, still loose. Rads will pick it up. 8 seconds. She's got to try to chip it and rush. It goes in 3 seconds. Amanda would have to get off a shot right away. It comes back the other way. Time expires in the second. It was a hard-fought second. The Rockets with 5 shots to the 2 that they had in the first. The Flyers had 12 for a game total of 32. So it's 32-7. The shots, 2-0. The Flyers lead on an even strength goal and a shorthanded goal. The shorthander coming with 1:15 left in the second period, and many coaches have the same philosophy from any competitive level all the way up to the NHL. We love to score in the first minute of a period and or the last minute of a period. Those goals theoretically or psychologically seem to hold a little bit more importance. And although it wasn't the last minute per se, 1:15 when you're shorthanded is basically the same thing. So that's a big goal by the Flyers, and the Rockets are going to have to find a way here in a game they've been competitive in. Despite the shots and despite a lot of the possession, they have come out and played a much better game than they did on Saturday in a 2-1 loss. If you want more about that game, go click the coach interview on this YouTube channel with myself, Joe Rizzo, and Jeremy Jacobus. We talk after pretty much all the games, and those videos are available separately. Hit that subscribe button if you can, and the alerts button as well, and you'll get all the Rockets action, whether it's live streaming or uploaded. Harry Ellis in the net to our right. Amanda at the center circle. Liftoff in the third period. Wrist shot. Harry Ellis gets the chest on it. Rebound in front. Shot wide. Tootie will get it up the left wing. Lily on the right wing. So the righty on the left wing, the lefty on the right wing. Wrist shot. Harry Ellis gets the shoulder on it again. Loose, still loose, whistle and a stoppage of play, another interference. So in a fast-moving game, these refs not letting any of the interferences go either way. We've seen much worse than this not called in a lot of these games, but very often we notice them as they're happening, and we see refs swallowing the whistles. The refs are keeping this one fairly tight, and they've called it even. There can't be any complaints legitimately from either side. Riz up top to kill it off with PJ, and 16:26 left in the period. Riz and PJ work it up but not out. 25 will keep it in. She'll go to the point. Riz tries to pick that point-to-point pass off, but instead of going to the point, she went low. The lefty comes in. It's chipped up nicely off the glass and out by PJ. They'll reverse it as PJ and Riz force the forecheck. It gets past one and will get a zone entry. Will 22. Can't find completeness. There's a trip in front maybe that Aaron got away with. Might have just been a hit at the time the puck was there. Slapper that hit Aaron's left shin pad. 110 in the power play for the Flyers. The Rockets have to kill this one off. Aaron falls down. The Flyer will come around the side of the net and then cycle it back. Flyers working the outside cycle like the Philadelphia Flyers do. Riz is going to try to pick this off. Oh, she couldn't get it off Sullivan's stick. She might have been off to the races. Or with PJ. Comes to the far post and a backhander whistled wide. Aaron will battle in the corner. The Flyer will turn and come out with it. Rockets protecting the house in front, so nowhere to pass it to. Aaron sweeps it away, and toward the half boards on the other side, it's loose and in the corner. Centered in front, PJ got the stick, and skate save by Markland to keep it 2-0. Number 2 keeps it at 2. Negotiated up, can't get it out. Flyers still changing and maintaining possession. 12 seconds left to kill off. They'll skate it around. There's a slide. Now, if this is a penalty, I'm a monkey's uncle. If anything, it's a slide trip on the Flyer. How could this be a penalty on the Rockets? The player tripped herself. She slid down. There's nobody near her. So this is going to be the first call that's really egregious that goes one way or the other. And the Flyers will get the break here. Absolutely not even a close trip right there. The player slid herself down. So, and even my counterpart on the Flyers side saw the player slide. She was sliding to keep the Rockets player from getting possession of the puck. A legal play, not something that you usually see in an offensive zone. And she's not diving. The player wasn't diving. It wasn't an unsportsman play. She was just sliding to keep Aaron from getting the puck. Nevertheless, the Rockets will have to kill it off. Loose in front, one save, still loose. It's under Rachel. It comes to Ariellis and she covers it up. And there's pushing, and punches are being thrown. Punches in the crease. Somebody goes down. Now they break it up. Ariella skates out without her helmet. She looks like she took a hit to the head. I don't know if it was from a player, a stick, but Emma is quickly limbering up, and Coach Henry is helping her get her equipment. So with 14:11 left in the game, in a 2-0 game where Markland has been nothing short of spectacular to keep it at 2, she'll exit due to injury, hopefully not serious, with 1:47 left in a power play to the Flyers. There are 2 more players now. Well, there are 2 players in the box, and 1 is now for the Flyers. So we're going to see how this is sorted out and what it's called. Usually in scrums like that, they even it out and send an offending player from each side. There might be an extra one on some team for initiating. One thing the refs have very little patience for is after a whistle, any type of hit on a goaltender. Usually we see pokes on a glove when the glove is covering the puck on the ice. In this case, we saw players blitzing the crease and the goaltender takes some kind of hit. We couldn't exactly see what it was, and she's putting the helmet back on, and we'll see if she stays in. Now, Emma was limbering up to get ready, and a big discussion over here. We'll see what ends up getting called. It's always difficult because unlike the NHL, the refs are not making an announcement. Ariellis will go back into the goal now, it looks like. And Emma switches her perch to where the defensemen are. Ariellis plays an aggressive style to attack pucks, especially loose ones. She has been banged up in some of these games, but that was not a case where she was being particularly aggressive. She was inside of her crease, prone. Now I see 2 one is a second Flyer going in the box. A second Flyer is in the box. There are 2 minutes of penalties on the Junior Flyers ledger on the scoreboard. There's 1:47 left in the penalty to Peyton Jacobus. So we will try to sort this out. We see 2 Flyers in there. That would typically indicate a 2-10. And if that's the case, it would be on number 8 for a minor penalty and then a 10-minute misconduct. Ariella seems to be none the worse for wear, and she has re-entered the goal on our right. They've now taken the 2 minutes off of the clock, or they're making a 4-minute penalty. So it could be a double minor, it could be a 2-10, it could be a 5-minute major. The player has not exited the ice, so I doubt it's a major. It's a double minor. So the Rockets will be 5-on-4 for 4 minutes, 4 on 4 for about 2 minutes, and then 5 on 4 as 25 breaks in alone, comes through the crease, and that was somebody knocking it away, Larissa. I don't know if the player ever actually got the shot off, but Larissa helped steer it wide. So 4 on 4 for 147, 13 seconds, and then 2 minutes, so 2:13 of power play time. The Rockets would like to dent the net as soon as they possibly can. Wrist shot, Ari Ellis makes the first save, rebound in front, loose, covers up, and a little pushing, but nothing bad after the play. Oh, now they're getting into it behind the play. The refs have kept this one on a tight leash, perhaps anticipating the chippiness in the third. It's equal from both sides. Flyers will change. It's 4 on 4 for 65 seconds. Then PJ will exit the box adjacent her bench. At that point, one of the Flyers in the box perhaps will be able to exit. She really won't be. I don't know why they have an extra person in the box. But they're just wasting a player, essentially. She wouldn't be able to exit because it would still be 5 on 4. Flyers come around with it. Ari Ellis loses the stick! And there's a goal. Ari Ellis lost the stick as one of the players was moving the puck around the net. Couldn't corral the player in front, and the one-timer finds its way just inside the left post. So that's a backbreaker for the Rockets, who have done their best to rope a dope and stay in this game. 13:02 left in the third. 3-0 Flyers, 4 on 4. Rockets, I think, are wondering why I don't know if they have the option to elect that to be a 5 on 3 or if it's 4 straight minutes. If they have 4 straight minutes of penalties, there's really no reason why you would have another player in the box. You can't exit at the end of the penalty anyway. 4 on 3, Riz and Izzy. Riz picks it off. Izzy, shot, glove save. Riz and Izzy nearly working the magic. With PJ in the box, desperate to join them. Riz on the faceoff with Kirsty behind her and Aaron. Stalemate goes to the Flyers. They'll skate it around 4 on 4. 24 seconds before PJ can exit the box. Flyers bring it out 2 on 3 as Izzy skates back. Rockets are going to have to take a decidedly offensive posture. Centered in front. Riz knocked away. Just got a piece of 11 stick. Lost an edge on the near side. Gets up. Seems to be okay. Come out of the corner. Wrist shot. Rebound. Score! And the roof has quickly caved in for the Rockets. With 1 second left in the penalty to PJ. The Rockets will be down 4-0 here with 12:25 left to go. They'll have a power play of 2 minutes, 13 seconds, but now a mountain to climb. And deja vu all over again as Ari Ellis gets shaken up. Just like a week ago, she got shaken up in the game against Tri-Cities. And the opposing team, with a quick blitz, is able to put 2 behind her. Here's the face-off. PJ jumps out of the box and onto the bench. Georgie joins the line with Amanda and Tootie. Rockets being outshot 37-8. A 2-0 deficit into this period has doubled. However, the way these games go, if they could just get one, you don't know what's going to happen. They haven't tested O'Brien much on the other side. That one kicked at the net. Larissa lets it go by. Far side wing, Georgie. Georgie battling for it with 44, loses the body battle, comes up to the point, sent low. Ari Ellis gets that one and freezes it up. 38-8 the shots. The 8 not indicative of how well the Rockets have played. They're against a top flight opponent, and they've been blow for blow here almost. Peyton Izzy Rizzo for New Jersey comes to the near side point and out. Riz pursuing, looking to pick it off Pesano's stick. Izzy almost got it with her. PJ there. Peyton Izzy Rizzo looking to work their magic and find their way on the scoreboard so the Rockets could try to climb the mountain. Scrum over there. Larissa comes in late and tries to rugby it forward. Comes out of the corner, does 22. Wrist shot, good save by Ariella, steers the rebound to the corner. Izzy gets a stick on it, but sends it to the point. Wrist shot, another save, rebound in front, knocked aside, rebound again after a save. Ari Ellis with the outstretched arm makes a save. Now somebody decked in front, trying to push that one in, and Ari Ellis is able to cover it up. A series in which she had about 3 saves. Then they battle for it in front. Tigers on both sides of the puck today. They're playing hard, they're playing clean. Still 43 seconds left in the power play for Peyton Izzy Rizzo and the New Jersey Rockets girls. 19U, AA team. Rachel and PJ, 2 on the puck. But the Flyer able to win that one away and kill off more time in an offensive posture. If you're the Flyers, you're loving this. You're shorthanded and you're not only possessing the puck, but you're also close to creating scoring chances as the clock ticks down to 10:20. It comes out, Riz in pursuit, slams on the brakes, says Oxman, and turned up forward. Flyers now with 2 seconds and 1 to kill. They've killed it off, the 4-minute penalty, but the first 147 of it was played 4-on-4, and the Flyers converted on it. Kirsty shoves that through traffic, and she'll continue to pursue as her teammates change behind. They leave it. Kirsty still up there. Aaron and Amanda take the defensive postures at the point and let Kirsty continue to play forward for the time being. Tootie there, trying to battle for the puck. Rockets can't hold on to it, and the Flyers try to move it out. Intercepted there by Kirsty, but the Flyers chip it and they move 2-on-2. Tootie gets back in the defensive position, knocks the player, coming across. Good play by Hansen. That one sent up, and they're going to call icing if it goes far, but it didn't have enough juice at all. Sent in just onside. That player was very late coming out. Chipped up, can't get it out. They leave it. The Flyer player, Sullivan, leaves it for Lily. Lily's going to get it and steer it into the offensive zone to allow 4 or 3 Rockets to change behind her. Down under 9 minutes left at Rock Ice. Rockets trying to first figure out how to dent the scoreboard, and once they can do that, if they can do that, how to get back into a game they trail 4-0. That was 2-0 after 2. Flyers skated in. They'll move it over the end line. Izzy battling for it down there. Peyton Izzy Rizzo with Rads and Aaron. Comes to the point and sent back down low. Aaron steps in using the physicality. They try to wrap around, and I don't know if there was ever a shot there, but Ariellis covers it up. Face off to Ariellis' right. She was shaken up about 5 minutes ago, but was able to shake it off after a little stint on the bench, during which she didn't have to be replaced, although Emma was ready. And that's the wonderment of being able to dress 2 goalies, a privilege that Coach Jacobus hasn't enjoyed until this part of this season. And he's got 2 very good ones in 2 Markland and 7 Lacey. Equally capable, and both wonderful girls. We're now at the 8-minute mark of the third period, and the Rockets are trying to keep first the Flyers off the board and maybe get a little offensive work going. They've had 8 shots to this point. They've come with some good scoring chances as that puck is redirected toward the net without alacrity, and Ariellis covers it up after the pad save. .7:41 now. The clock not the friend of New Jersey. Amanda wins the faceoff cleanly into the corner, and Kirsty was there to get it, went hard around the boards, but not hard enough for Georgie. Shot is kicked out with the right pad. Flyers circling, comes between the points, slapper, score. Scoreboard would not indicate how close this has been, neither would the shot clock. That slapper one-timed from between the points. Ariella skates over to the bench, and it looks like Emma's going to come in now. So Lacey will get a shot here. Gets the claps from the stick tap, and she'll have the last 7:21 to play. Rockets down 5-0. Ariella's 36 saves on 41 shots, according to the scoreboard. Tootie gets in the left wing, centers it, loose in front. Georgie tried to get a stick on it. Amanda over there, and the Rockets counter with one of their best offensive chances of the game. Kirsty steps up at the Rockets logo at center ice to keep it in neutral ice, but the Flyers power it forward. It's left there for Kirsty, and she's going to skate it out. She's perhaps been the best of the Grays today among skaters. Sent to the point, pinching down in, and kept in was Kirsty. Goes behind the net. Flyers will pass it up. Goes to Tootie covering the right point. Keeps it in for a moment, but can't hold it. Aaron back at safety. She'll sneak it through a couple of Flyers to Tootie. Tootie waiting for the change, has to chip it forward because she needed to get off. Izzy out there trying to pick off the D-to-D pass. Peyton, Izzy, Rizzo now. They've been together for the game, but they haven't been able to work their magic just yet. They had a streak earlier in the season of about 4 or 5 pieced together shifts where they converted every time in a row over the course of 3 or 4 games. Riz will skate it out, up to Peyton, off to Izzy. Izzy couldn't gain possession of it. She sends it behind the goal and the end line for Riz. It's a little too strong, so Rachel has to pinch in from the point. Rachel sends it forward, but Riz had to cover the point. It goes to the far half boards for Izzy. Izzy gets pushed down from behind. Legal play right there. It was a push down, and it was with hands and not a stick, and it was on the puck. Despite the result and the biasness of the play-by-play guy, we'll call it a legal play. Wrist shot. Looked like Emma got a piece of it. Amanda grabs it, looks to get it, headman to Riz. Riz sends it through for Izzy, but they both go for the same piece of ice, and the swath now belongeth to the Flyers. They send it through. Puck rolling on its end, used by the skate to settle down. Emma with the save, her first of the game. 1-for-1, 4:49 left in the third, 5-0 Flyers. The Rockets are saddled with 8 shots, so they'd have to have nearly as many goals in 4:49 as they've had shots through 2 3/4 periods. Good communication by Amanda to adjust her personnel to where she wanted to win the face-off, and she in fact does that, and Kirsty is able to skate in off the face-off win in her own end to attack the offensive end. There's going to be a whistle behind the play. No whistle yet. Flyers still have possession. Rockets are going to go on a penalty here. Amanda's going to go. It comes to Lily, and she will touch up for the power play now in favor of the Flyers. Amanda's going to go off. We'll see if it's hook or interference on Amanda, and that will be another power play for the Flyers. So I think they are well ahead on the power plays today. Only one that was really a questionable call. That one was pretty clear. Flyers move it around off the face-off. Wrist shot, Emma gloves it. Might have been going off the end boards, but she'll settle for the 5 seconds elapsing and the restart of play. PJ on the face-off. Flyers win it, but Izzy tries to steal. Aaron is over there. She'll battle into the corner, just a little bit out of view. Still at the corner. PJ bunts it forward for Izzy. Izzy has one to beat. Can't beat her, but gets the puck, and that's going to kill off some of the time. 1:35 in the power play, 3:55 in the game. Flyers will skate it in. Rockets looking to keep them off the board here, and it would be wonderful if they could get the goose egg off the board. Camarada banks it off the backhand. Well, it won't be a bank because it never reaches the boards. PJ tries to steal the long pass, can't do it, but she'll at least prevent an easy zone entry for a moment. Wrist shot, Emma save, rebound in front, cleared away for a moment in the skates, juggling around, and Camarada clears it out. But it goes to the point, and they go high-low. It's left and goes all the way around the boards, and that's Bruno. Up to the near side boards, but nobody there. Wrist shot through traffic, was going wide. Emma gloves it. Nobody's there, so she plays it to Rachel. They're always waiting for the referee's whistle, and the referees just sometimes don't blow it because there's no opposing player around. That was one of those cases. The Flyer trips on her own, no call, thankfully. They bunt it out of the zone themselves, and that benefits the Rockets. Izzy's been out there for quite a while killing the penalty. We'll see if she can get off. She will momentarily as Riz jumps on. 2:37 in the game. Wrist shot sent over the net. 14, now 8 seconds in the power play. Amanda looking to get out of there. 2-1, she's out. So the Rockets have done a great job on the penalty kill for the most part. They've been shorthanded quite a bit here in the last of the 2 final periods. Riz gets one, steals it away. She's 1 on 2 or 3, tries to get through one, can't do it. Regains the puck and sends it deep. She's with Tootie and Amanda. Wrist shot by Amanda goes well off the mark. Tootie on the near side forces it up to the point. Aaron gets it, turns, finds Riz in the middle of the ice. A beautiful pass. Riz is able to dump it. Tootie's going to be the first to chase it. 100 seconds left in the weekend for the Rockets. Trailing 5-0 at this point. The win and the loss is a fait accompli. The final score, the only detail left unsaid. Tootie bumps it out of the zone. Riz in pursuit. Flyers move it in. Slapper through Aaron's legs, but Emma saw that one all the way. Sent up. Oh boy, that nearly hit Coach Henry. I don't know if it did. He's laughing. He got the hands up. Coach Henry usually has the face shield on when he's riding his Harley, so when those bugs are flying at him, he's not flinching, but he had to flinch on that one. 1:05 left in the third. Rockets looking to keep it at 5 on the defensive end and try to get that one on the offensive end and spoil the shutout at least. This game was 2-0 heading into the third. It was 0-0 after 1. It's been competitive despite the 44-8 shot differential. Flyers certainly have had a lot of possession, the Rockets haven't been really out of the game until a point here midway through the third where the roof caved in a little bit. Under 30 now. Rockets trying to get it out of this defensive zone. Rachel over there trying to move it up toward Georgie's side. Can't do it. Flyers will skate it behind the end line. Still battled for it. Jacobus behind the end line. She's no quitting that kid. Izzy will try to move it up. She's going to send it down. No icing because that's basically going to extinguish the rest of the game. Georgie hustling after it. Tries to bang it away. Izzy picks it off and time runs out in the game. So that will do it from Rock Ice for the weekend. The Rockets fall 5-0 to the Junior Flyers. And despite the more lopsided score of this game than the game Saturday against the Lady Patriots, they played a much, much, much better, more spirited game today from top to bottom. They had Erin with them for the balance of the weekend. Brianna joined the team for a game on Saturday, and they're expected to revert back to the 16Us. Brianna did already for the game earlier today, and that's a little bit of good experience there and a little extra length on the bench for the Rockets that they haven't had in the past for the most part. And there's still a little bit of time left before rosters freeze, so we'll see if the core 10 skaters will have anyone added to them before that happens from elsewhere. But this is the unit that you're going to see for the most part. Well, the names that you've been used to seeing. Final shots 44-8 for the Flyers. Coach Henry and Coach Rads pick up whatever's left on the bench. George Tillinghouse, your scoreboard operator today. Jen Lee, your official scorer, and also manned at once the score sheet and the penalty box for the Rockets. So, if you want to check out Coach's interview, you can check him out on a separate upload later on. We'll talk in a little bit and I'll upload it later on and we'll get the recap of today's game from Coach Jeremy. Until then, once again, from Rock Ice in Dunellen, New Jersey, the final score, Junior Flyers 5, Rockets 0. Hit that subscribe button and get all the Rockets action on my YouTube channel. And then once you've done that, hit the alerts button and you'll know every time we're live streaming a 16U game, a 19U game, or we've uploaded any content that is related to the New Jersey Rockets girls. Thanks for watching. This is Joe Rizzo.